Imagine you're in a negotiation, one of those high-stakes meetings. Two companies hashing out a contract. On the surface, it's all spreadsheets and handshakes, but underneath all that, there's this constant, invisible tug-of-war happening.
Battle for leverage.
Exactly. And that's what we're digging into today. We're asking that fundamental question in any business relationship: who really holds the power?
And that is the core business truth we're after. Our mission here is to really unpack the dynamics that shape that balance of power so you can, almost instantly see the strategic position of any company.
Okay, let's unpack this then. When you hear power in business, your mind immediately goes to money, right? The company with the biggest wallet.
Or maybe the one with a patent on some critical product.
Right. But what we're finding is that power is, well, it's rarely that simple. It's actually about something much more fundamental. It's about dependence.
That's the central idea, 100%. If you strip everything else away, power just belongs to whichever party can afford to walk away from the deal.
Simple as that.
It really is. The second one, business needs the other one more. The less dependent party gets all the leverage, that freedom to just disengage. That's where the real power lies.
And what's so interesting is how early this all gets decided. If you look at the typical buyer's journey, it starts with a need, right?
Yep. Step one, I need materials to keep my factory running.
Then step two is choosing a supplier. You scout the market, see who's out there, and then finally you get to the negotiation table.
And those three steps, need, choice, and negotiation, they all funnel into one single ongoing assessment.
Which is?
Who holds the power right now? Because it's not static, it shifts all the time.
So if dependence is the key variable, how do we actually visualize this? I mean, we need some kind of tool to make it clear.
And there is one. It's called the Supplier-Buyer Power Matrix. It's a tool that helps you move beyond just a gut feeling and into real strategic clarity.
I like that, taking the ambiguity out of it.
Exactly. So just picture a simple graph with 4 boxes. The vertical axis, that's the buyer's power, from low to high. And the horizontal axis is the supplier's power, also low to high. When you plot a relationship on that grid, you get 4 very distinct power dynamics.
And those are buyer dominance, supplier dominance,
Interdependence and independence.
This is where it gets really interesting. Let's start with the most lopsided one, buyer dominance.
Right. So this is the top left quadrant. The buyer has way more leverage than the supplier. Why? Because the buyer has tons of other options. Their dependence is low.
And the consequence of that is what? Total control?
Pretty much. The buyer can dictate the price, the quality, the delivery terms, everything. The supplier's in a tough spot, just trying to keep the business.
And the classic textbook example of this has to be Walmart.
Oh, absolutely. Think about their sheer scale. Their purchasing volume is just massive. But their real power comes from having hundreds of other potential suppliers for almost everything they sell.
So if one small supplier doesn't like the terms?
Walmart doesn't even blink. They just switch. It perfectly shows that power comes from that freedom to walk away. The supplier needs Walmart, but Walmart doesn't really need any single supplier.
Okay, now let's flip to the complete opposite. A more stable, less stressful situation, which is independence.
This is the bottom left quadrant. Here, neither party really relies heavily on the other. Both the buyer and the supplier have low dependence.
So switching is easy for everyone involved.
Exactly. There's no real power struggle because if a supplier raises prices, the buyer just moves on. The market sets the terms, not the relationship itself.
We see this all the time with things like basic office supplies.
Perfect example. Or coffee for the break room. If your usual brand of paper gets too expensive, you don't panic, you just order a different one. The products are commodities, and there are tons of suppliers.
It's an arm's length relationship, no drama.
And while we're not diving deep into the other two, it's good to know they exist. You have supplier dominance, where the seller has all the power, think of a company with a crucial patent.
Right, where the buyer has no other choice.
And then you have interdependence, where both sides are highly dependent on each other. They're locked into a strategic partnership. Neither can afford to walk away.
So it's not about dominance, it's about collaboration.
You have to collaborate, or you both lose. It brings the whole thing back to that one core principle. Power is about dependence.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? If you want to figure out where you stand in any business relationship, there are really 3 crucial questions to ask.
First, simply, who relies on whom? Just establish the basic direction of that dependence.
Second, how much does each party depend on the other? Is it a minor inconvenience to switch, or is it, a total catastrophe?
And finally, the ultimate test. How easily can either side walk away? Answering those 3 questions gives you a true map of the power dynamic.
And once you have that map, you can build your strategy.
Right. And here's a final thought to take with you. Apply this matrix to your own life. Think of 3 core products or services you rely on heavily. It could be a specific software you need for your job, or maybe a certification that's essential in your field. Now, analyze your relationship with that supplier. Are you in a position of independence? Or are you maybe stuck in that supplier dominance quadrant where they hold all the cards and you just have to comply? And if so, what are you doing to change that?